Hi, today we're interviewing Sara Persson. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So, when did you start drawing?
Do you mean when did I start taking it seriously, or just in general as a hobby?
Let's start with the hobby first.
Because I've been drawing really for as long as I can remember. I drew a lot instead of paying attention in class in elementary school. But I started taking it seriously at around 10 or 11 years, anywhere between like 10 or 12 years old. It was kind of a slow transition, so it's hard to say exactly when I started.
Makes sense. What style do you like to use often, and then what's your favorite style for drawing?
Usually a macabre or horror type theme is what I'm most comfortable with because it's something that I just enjoy more, I suppose, and I feel like that's where I can get where I can really let out most of my creativity is through that genre. But I also want to try getting into surrealism and try to really get the hang of symbolism as well.
Sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
What really inspires you to draw, and what continues to inspire you?
Honestly, I get inspiration from many things, because I can get inspirations through songs or maybe through a dream I've had. It really depends. I can even be inspired to write or draw something because I write as well. I can be inspired to create something just by being in a good mood. Oftentimes I'll just be on the bus and I'll be zoning out thinking about different things, and then an idea will pop into my head, so I'll jot it down or draw something really quick on my tablet. So, really anywhere.
Who influenced you? What made you like Vincent Van Gogh or that kind of?
I know that whenever I watch something produced by Tim Burton or something of similar nature, it definitely gives me that kind of extra punch of inspiration to actually go sit down and draw. But first getting into it, I don't think it was necessarily a person that inspired me to do it so much as I use my art as a diary. So it was basically my way of letting out whatever was on my mind. So
that's a really good idea. Tim Burton is crazy. How do you prefer black and white or color for your pictures?
I'm better at black and white, but I do prefer color. Color is just very difficult to deal with because it's just a whole different type of skill. But I do prefer using color once I got the hang of it. So.
How hard is it drawing left-handed? Do you smudge a lot when you draw?
Yeah, that is. Obviously it's natural to me because I'm left-handed, but yeah, I smudge really badly because obviously how left-handed people write, they kind of cock their hand all weird. So I smudge very easily, but one left-handed person kindly advised me to put a sheet of paper over where my hand is supposed to go, so that prevents a lot of smudging.
That's actually a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite art medium to use?
Probably watercolor.
Why is that?
Because it's obviously not the thing I'm best at because I'm best with graphite pencil, but with watercolor it's very easy to make something look, I guess, abstract in a sense, and I really like the kind of look watercolors make, and also it's great practice for me to use color because it's really hard to do. I've never had I've never had the opportunity to feasibly make something black and white out of watercolor, so it kind of forced me to use colors.
And then a lot of people call your work creepy and weird and scary, because some of it does look a little creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Does it offend you?
No, definitely not. There's certain things obviously that people will say that it kind of irritates me. In sophomore year, one girl asked to look through my sketchbook, and I let her, and she looked at me, and I swear to God, the first question she asked me was, "Are you emo?" And when I said no, she was like, "Then why are you drawing so scary?" And so there's comments like that kind of trigger an eye roll, but no, in a lot of ways I find it flattering because it's a style that I'm very passionate about, and it's honestly kind of what I go for. So whenever someone reacts like that, it's just kind of feeding my intention.
What is the weirdest question you've heard, like, did you draw that? All that kind of stuff.
Like the weirdest?
Yeah, or like the one that you get most commonly.
Oh, the one I get most commonly is you should draw me something. And then whenever I ask them to specify, they go, oh, draw me something cool. And that is the worst thing ever because I can't just draw something cool. There's so many other factors to it. But the weirdest thing I've ever been asked was probably the emo thing. I've never had a reaction like that before with my drawings. Oh, and I've also had somebody, just as a weirdest statement I've ever had, one guy told me that my drawings are too realistic, like they're too good, like I had to make it. He was saying how I should make intentional mistakes because art is imperfect, and how I tried to.
That's weird. Alright, well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
No problem.